It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and the focus of this one is on Odell Beckham Jr. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Ravens and the Browns, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And that's the kind of streak you don't see too often in today's NFL since there's so much
So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Isaiah Likely, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Back to throw here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's thrown a couple of touchdown passes already in this first quarter, and now looking for more as his guys begin 1st and 10. Back to throw. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's the end of the first quarter. With your score,
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. They'll set up a throw. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Breaks a tackle. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Shoves him aside. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. A throw over the middle, taken in. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Dobbins running out of the gun. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Ravens take a 3-touchdown lead. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into...
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence, does a great deal for your team, gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And now off to the races down the right side. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first-half lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the second quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, now, after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This for Beckham, and he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Hill. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a...
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball.
There he goes, right side. Across midfield. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Ooh, the juke. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Second and 2. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Rodney McLeod just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does.
Ravens offense getting set and ready for this next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield.
Touchdown! Mark Andrews, 47 yards. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Baltimore, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.